Hi everybody, Ellen here. Today I come to you guys with my most anticipated releases from July until September, since I've sort of made this year into different sections because there's so many books I'm highly anticipating. Cinderella is Dead by Kailyn Byron. We have our main character Sophia. She's 16 years old. She's supposed to go on this banquet. This one takes place 200 years after, you know, the story with Cinderella, and in this one girls are still supposed to, you know, come to the castle. They're supposed to be this sort of banquet party kind of thing, and then the guys are supposed to, you know, find themselves a wife and companion, and they don't really have that much to go on. But the girls that don't get chosen actually disappears after this banquet, and they're never seen again. And you know, it's all kind of mysterious, and she'd rather marry her childhood best friend Erin, and she actually ends up running away from this sort of banquet. You know, she doesn't want to get married to anybody at this party, and she ends up in Cinderella's sort of tomb, if you will, and she meets the last descendant of Cinderella and her stepsisters, and they're trying to, you know, come up with a plan how to end this sort of party, and how to get rid of the king and everything like that. And it sounds really interesting. Definitely, like, retellings are usually not really my forte, but it does sound like a really interesting concept, so I think we're good on this one. Now we have More Than Maybe by Aaron Hahn. This is a contemporary book. 18-year-old Luke, he's grown up from under his father's, you know, spotlight. He's sort of a punk rocker kind of dad, and he's grown up under his spotlight, and he's just trying to make his own way in the world. And then we also have Vada, and she has got this 5-year plan. You know, she is supposed to work for her stepdad's, you know, music business. She's supposed to get over his music blog, you know, get into college and everything like that. But the one thing that is not on her 5-year plan is to meet Luke and actually, you know, fall for him. So we'll see how all of that ends up being wrapped up. This one is supposed to be published on July 21st. This is My America by Kim Johnson, and this one we meet 17-year-old Tracy, and her father is actually an innocent black man on death row. So she's trying to, you know, prove that he's innocent and get him out of there. But while she's trying to do that, her older brother is actually accused of killing this white girl, and you know, the police arrest him as well. So she's trying to figure out what happened. Did he really kill her? Because she can't really you know, wrap her mind around it that her older brother would kill somebody. So she's trying to, you know, solve that, and it sounds really interesting. I've never read anything by Kim Johnson before. I don't know if this is maybe her debut book. I think this is Kim Johnson's actually, this is Kim Johnson's debut book, but it does sound really interesting, and so I have high hopes for it. And then we have another contemporary book, and this is Now That I've Found You by Christina Forrest. In this one we meet 18-year-old Evie, and she's supposed to follow in her, you know, her grandmother's footsteps, being the next big Hollywood star. But then her friend actually sort of betrays her, and she ends up getting blacklisted in Hollywood. But the thing, to be able to save her career, Evie actually tries to, you know, find her grandmother who has been out of the starlight for the past 20 years and bring her back, and she may be able to save her career. Problem is that her grandmother kind of ends up disappearing when it's time for her to make her grand debut. So she's trying to track her down, and while doing so she meets this guy who's trying to help her out, and you know, shit goes down. It's supposed to be published on August 25th. And then we have Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin. This is the second book in Serpent and Dove duology, trilogy, series. I literally have no idea. But this one is, like I said, a sequel. But the first one we meet a witch and a witch hunter, and they have to, for some circumstances that you learn in the first book, have to, you know, get married, and they don't know, the witch hunter doesn't know that our main character is a witch, and you know, it's a little bit problematic. Shit goes down for real, and I just love the magical aspect, and you know, the fact that they don't know, you know, how shit is going to go down when he finds out she's a witch. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first book, so I really want to continue on with this series. Although I was a little bit disappointed on the cover though, because it's like, it looks exactly the same as the first book. They just changed the colors a bit and then, you know, changed the title obviously, but still think they could have done more with it, obviously. But this one is supposed to be published on September 1st. And then we have The Other Side of the Sky by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is an author duo that have written a lot of books together. I've only read like the one, which I cannot remember the name of right now. But yeah, they have written quite a lot of books together. So hopefully they will do a good job this time as well. I have a little bit weird, confusing synopsis, so I'm just gonna read what it says to, you know, make sure you get it. But this one says, Prince Nor's home in the sky, in a gleaming city held aloft by intricate engines powered by technology. Nim is the living goddess of her people on the surface, responsible for providing answers, direction, hope. Linked by terrifying prophecy and caught between duty and faith, they must choose between saving their people or succumbing to the bond that is forbidden between them. Magnetic and gorgeously thematic is how they describe this book, and they say it's perfect for fans of Claudia Gray and Laini Taylor. You love Strangely Dreamer series, so hopefully I will like this one as well. But this book is supposed to be published on September 8th. Let me know down below if you're interested in any of these books, or if you have any other books that you're really looking forward to that is published during this year, because, you know, I always want to find new books, but my TBR is endless at this point. But yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me some thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the button down below. And yeah, I hope to see each other in the next one. Bye!